Hello and good evening. It's 25 minutes past 6 almost, and this is a video that I haven't done in a long time. I've been away for a whole year. So what's my excuse for the absence? Relationship, kids growing up, personal problems in the family, trying to sort out. You know, the usual real life stuff that's been getting in the way. But in my free time I have been doing hobby work, and I have I've been producing quite a bit of stuff. Haven't been doing miniatures, haven't touched miniatures in a good couple of years now, must be. I just got bored of doing them. For me, I found it a bit too childish, but that's me. But I went to my passion, and my passion is aircraft. And so as you see on the table here, I have an Academy kit, which is a 132nd FA-18D Hornet, two-seater. Very interesting build. It has good bits to it and it has bad bits to it. The actual fuselage parts go together extremely well. Minor filling, lots of rescribing, mind. The air intakes underneath, complete bitch. But I've managed to, these were like a millimetre out in gap and in height. So those were basically sanded right down, replaced with epoxy putties and rescribed, re-riveted, you name it. It went through it. But in all honesty, it was an enjoyable task. That is that. I want to show you a piece that I did complete, which is Hobby Boss kit, which was an SU-30G MKK in 1/48 scale. I'll get it for you now. Still got a little bit to do on it, but other than that, it's pretty much done. Okay, it's kind of a what-if concept I've done on here. So with my pointy thing here, I mean the camera is, if I just turn that spotlight the other way, you can actually see the darker blotches on the actual plane itself. Now all this yellow you see on here, these are like replacement panels before the plane in real life would be painted, because all the parts come with this yellow zinc chromate paint. I went online and saw many of the images showing this color. I used Tamiya XF4 yellow green, and it got highlighted in certain areas where it needed it. I liked the way it turned out. I'm very happy with it. The only thing I need to finish are the afterburner cans and the housings. They just need to be put the blues, the oranges, and whatever, the burnt colours need to go on. It is a very good kit. The only thing the mistake I made was on the cockpit, and I forgot to put in the head-up display. So I was really annoyed with myself over that. So if I can, you can't really see anything up there, to be honest with you, but there's the underside. I'm not one for ordnance. I hate doing ordnance. It's just a nightmare to do for me. I've actually upped my game, upped my scale size. I've got loads of 148 kits in my stash, but I want to get my hands on more 132 because it is so much easier for me to work with. I can rescribe very easily with it. Friend of mine online, Stan Codling, gave me a roll of this tape that we used back in the 80s for labeling, called remember the old Dymo tape? This stuff here. Now this is like a plastic adhesive, and it sticks beautiful over your model, and it gives you a great guideline for rescribing. and if you cut it lengthways again, you can get, you know, twice the usage out of it. And I've seen it on eBay. It's 10 quid for 3 rolls. Yeah, it's quite expensive, but you think about it, a roll of Tamiya tape is 3 to 4 quid, depending on what size you buy. But that actually helps out a lot. And when I'm doing rivets as well, I've got a rivet wheel, and I've also got like a needle punch as well, which helps out too. But this actual kit from Hobby Boss is fantastic. Highly recommend it. It's a lovely kit. I do want to get my hands on a couple more SU aircraft, Sukhoi aircraft, specifically speaking the Great Wall Hobby Su-35. Now that's a model kit I would really love to get my hands on, because I saw that other channel, Doog's Models. If I remember, I'll put a link. He's done a video build series called The Flank Off, and that's between the Great Wall Hobby model and the Kitty Hawk, and of course the Great Wall, in his opinion, won hands down. And from the look of it, I can see why. It's a very nice looking kit. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the Hornet and show you what else I've done on that. Okay, so I'll just go and pop this back on the shelf. Right. These are all the knickknacks to the Hornet. Okay, so still got head-up display to finish off. That's just a base coat on there. Ejector seats. They're done. These are resin ones, by the way. By I think these are Airres. They're okay. I'm not a big fan of Airres. I've had 2 cockpit sets of theirs, and neither of them fit the models they were intended for. No matter how much I sanded back and cut and trimmed and God knows what. So twice bitten, twice shy now. So if I'm going to get any more upgrades regarding resin, it's going to be Edward. If I pay through the teeth, then I pay through the teeth. At least I know I'm getting really good quality. But yeah, the resin seats are really nice. Better than the plastic ones. These are okay. You get rubber wheels with it. Size of the bloody canopy, huge. That'd be very easy to paint that wheel. What else we got? The landing gears, they're painted. That's with Tamiya X2. Like a gazillion parts, these landing gears, as you can see on there. This one has got to be primed and painted yet. That's where I'm up to at the moment. And then you've got the actual wheels themselves. What else we got here? We have this part of the canopy. It's been dry brushed, a little bit there snapped off, but don't worry, it's over on my it's over here somewhere. I hope I haven't lost that bit, because I need that bit. Oh, it'll turn up. Anyway, the version I'm doing is the Vikings anyway. As we can see on the tail there, it's in the kind of low-vis markings. The other part of the actual aircraft on the other side has a very outstanding, it stands out. It's that decal there. Guantanamo. No, Guadalcanal it says on there. And these decals came with a kit as an additional extra by 2 Bob, was it Aviation Graphics. Yeah, they're not bad. Very similar to Hobby Boss graphics. Decals actually, very, very thin film, very easily fold onto themselves, and very, very delicate too, which is not good. You don't want your decals to be too delicate, snapping on you and then ruining the variant you want to do. But you just got to be careful, take your time, things will be great. Other things I've been doing also is a Tamiya, whichever way you want to call it, F-16. It's laden in dust. I'm not not too happy with the canopy, but there's that little fella there. He's glued in good and proper, he ain't going anywhere. I like pilots in my kits. Some people do, some people don't. But as a Tamiya kit goes, we all know, you throw it in here and it comes down complete. It's a lovely little model, expensive, what they are, but they're the best on the market in my opinion. They are really nice. That's pretty much it, to be honest with you. I mean, other kits that I've completed are a couple of Edward, not Spitfires, Messerschmitts, a Spitfire Mark 9, the flanker that you've seen, kits that I've bought recently. I have bought the Tamiya F14A in 148, the new P51D Mustang, the Spitfire Mark 9 in Revell, and I got loads of upgrade bits for that. Zvezda Armata T14 tank, T90 tank in Zvezda again, and also the Terminator by Zvezda. Bought that one twice, loved it so much. I'll show you that one now quickly. There you go, that's the Terminator by Zvezda. Don't like the string that came for it for the ropes, the cables, whatever. I'll just leave that there. But it's very nice. These don't move, that moves up and down. But I got this for about 24 quid, as opposed to like the Meng one, or Mong, whatever you want to pronounce it, costs about between the range of 40 and 60 pounds. So, and you have nice Lincoln length track, which actually goes on really, really nice. I haven't weathered them because I don't want to. I like it the way it is. I've seen these on TV, well, I say TV, YouTube. You see them on their military days, the parades. They're absolutely sparkling clean, and they look nice. They got some weathering on them, but they're not filthy dirty like they've seen action. Okay, I think the only action you see are in military exercises, etc. Maybe there was some in Afghanistan, we don't know, but the model itself is fantastic. Really like it. You know, like I said, I've been away for almost a year. It would have been July of last year was the last time I was online with YouTube, and that would have been with Martin Lamont's Spiffy Tiffy group build. Sorry Martin, if you watch this, I didn't finish my Typhoon. It just got the better of me. It sucked all the mojo out of me, and that's why I stopped doing videos. I actually stopped modelling after that for quite a while. But when I got my mojo back, I did do a couple of Messerschmitts. Anyway, that's the little Terminator. Sweet little kit, great value for money. Sorry, Karen. Treading on the dock now. Over here is one of my little Edward. Loads of dust on this. It's been a while. But these are lovely little... Oh, bollocks. I just broke the pitot tube. Oh well. But yeah, there's that model. It's a really nice kit. I think I've got this... this was all photo listed on my Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook anymore. There's all the side camo there. Really lovely Edward kits. You know, they're just great. And I mean, you can pick up a real bargain, or you can pick up something that I don't know, costs like 30 quid for a what do you call it? Profi pack. Just have to stick a little bit more glue on this, and I want this pitot tube back on. And could be the wrong way around. Tidar back on. Yeah, this was one of their weekend kits. You could do two variants. $14.99 I think I paid, and for a 148 kit. great details. You can't really go wrong. Love making these kits, and I've got a huge stack of these. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I'm afraid. We've been rolling for 15 minutes. I could say is this a comeback video? Well, yeah, I guess it is, because I've been away for so long. And I really apologise if I wasn't giving you guys any content, because I know there are a few people out there who like what I do, and I really appreciated your support. I did. But as I said, real life comes into play, and we have to deal with what comes in our way. And after dealing with issues, the last thing I wanted to be doing was actually making videos. But I hope to do at least, a couple a month if I can, and I'm going to try and do tutorials as well. Give it a shot at least. But I need to get a better camera, because I'm using a web camera, and the web camera, suffice to say, isn't the best. It's an autofocus on it. I've got no zoom, and I would really like a camera which has got a zoom on it. So I'm going to have to save up for a camera, because I think a video camera which is about 5 or 6 inches long, about what, 260 quid I've seen in the PC world. And yeah, I think I might just save up for one of those and see how I get on. But time will tell. I can't afford it yet, not for a few months, but I'll just try and do updates on what I'm doing. I hope you guys are all well and doing well, and life's treating you well and you're prosperous. I really wish the best for everyone, especially you, Steve Mottram. May the force be with you, mate, and you get well soon, and you take good care of yourself and your lad. All the best, buddy. Ta-da, and thanks for watching. God be with you all.